We'll have a look at some of the back pages this morning. We'll start with the Irish Times, and it is this team, once again, that we saw in the Indo yesterday. Jerry Thornley has it this morning, and he concurs with Rory O'Connor's team yesterday. Ryan and Van der Fleer set to start in Paris. That is, of course, James Ryan coming in the second row, Josh Van der Fleer in the back row. Other than that, Cian Healy starting instead of Jack McGrath maybe is the only other point of note from that team. But the team's yet to be announced, of course, officially. But it seems now that we've got two of the top rugby journalists in the country, and Murray Kinsella in the 42 as well. Three of the top rugby journalists in the country talking about it. So this looks like a pretty solid information at this stage. On the Irish Independent, then it's a little bit of a change of tack. GAA earn 180 grand per day. Bonanza year for Croke Park as crowds and income increase. That's Martin Brehony's story. But the follow-up inside is our tab of the morning to you this morning, because it's a fantastic headline and why everybody should still be hiring sub-editors. Grassy Knoll to serve Croke Park a new pitch farming business. For anybody who's like, well, what the hell does that mean? Well, basically the GAA have purchased a 50-acre farm in Knoll, County Dublin, where they're going to take the grass and put it in Croke Park and potentially even export this grass as this own little, I suppose, entrepreneurship business or something that the GAA have set up, that grass is what they're going to sell. Yeah, well, so they were making the point that it's about 100 grand to replace Croke Park. Whenever there's a concert, they put a bed down on the pitch. They've got to replace that pitch, and this is an extra cost for getting concerts over, and they're also going to be able to do it in Cork as well, so, and potentially in England as well. They'll be able to send it over there. Cash bang walloped. Also pretty good stuff here from the Sun subheads this morning. Arsene Wenger, because he spent money, in record spree, bang, Mahrez hits out as Fox's snub Pep bid. He's not happy. Obviously, he's not happy. That was like, woohoo, I'm going to get millions and millions and millions into my bank account this weekend in the signing on fee, and now it's not happening. And walloped, Ericsson stuns United after 11 seconds. Conte rocked by horror show. We haven't really made enough of a big deal about the fact that it was Chelsea 0, Bournemouth 3. Bournemouth went to London and scored 3 goals against Chelsea and absolutely annihilated them. Antonio Conte looked pretty pissed off on the sideline. Yeah, they're up to 38 points now, 8 points clear at the bottom. I will never play for you again. Oh, it's me, sorry. I will never play for you again. It's Riyad Mahrez's threat after Leicester blocked dream move to City. I mean, Claude Puel has already given the press conference where he's like, I hope he comes back and he's happy and he's smiley, and I'm not really sure that's going to happen. Leicester beaten 2-1 last night by Everton. On the front page of the Irish Examiner sports section, it says, quick and easy, Christian Eriksen there, striking in 11 seconds as Spurs sink sorry United. On the back of the Herald, Spurs burn Devils, reads the headline. Again, Jose lamenting ridiculous Eriksen goal 10 seconds in. While on the Irish Daily Star, it says, sub-story, United behind after 11 seconds, Fellaini lasts just 7 minutes, and Jose blasts ridiculous goals. Right, this is the headline on the back of the Irish Daily Mail this morning. It says, no Africans, West Ham's transfer chief in race slur. So a senior West Ham official, Tony Henry, the director of player recruitment, has been accused of telling agents that they don't want to sign any more players from the African continent. And then he goes on to stereotype players from that continent, according to the accusation that's been made that West Ham say they're now investigating 3 Six Nations debutants for Paris opener. So this is Joe Schmidt. Obviously, Bundy Aki is the third Six Nations debutant to go with James Ryan and Jacob Stockdale. There you go. And Coleman back at the groove. Seamus Coleman, 93rd minute, 80-yard lung-busting run to make an interception and given man of the match, which is pretty good because Theo Walcott scored twice. And whoever the sentimental geezer making the decision was like, nah, I like your 2 goals, Theo. Fair play to you. Maybe you're finally becoming a footballer worthy of the title footballer, but Seamus Coleman, we love him. Everybody loves Seamus Coleman, but Sam Allardyce loves Seamus Coleman more than everybody else loves Seamus Coleman. He is such a Sam Allardyce player. As you mentioned, that lung-busting run in the 90th minute. A little partnership with a silky right winger as well. There's good things going to happen on that right wing at Everton, but I'm not just sure if Sam Allardyce is going to be the man to see it out when next season gets underway. What's on the back of the Racing Post there, Ger? It's what's starting tonight? Oh, what Premier League elite competition? It's a Brexit porn. It's in a league of their own. It's all kicking off this evening. Betfred Super League, which is rugby league, and Premier League darts. Yeah, Michael Van Gerwen versus Rob Cross. I almost forgot his name, the world champion at the PDC World Darts Championship. How dare I forget? The Racing Post actually is of interest today for Irish racing fans in particular. There's double-page spread with Michael O'Leary. The Jigginstown Supremo shoots straight from the lip. He's slagging off Willie Mullen's brother
at one point for trying to limit the amount of entries that a specific owner might be able to have in the handicaps in Ireland. It's good stuff. It's fairly typical fare from Michael O'Leary at this point.
Let's have a look at the front page of the Irish News Sports section. I think they're going with the Super 8s this morning. They're saying it's no cash bonanza. That's a story there saying, well, that's from the GAA's angle anyway, that this isn't any kind of cash-driven exercise bringing in the Super 8s. And of course, the other story there, which is a big story in Ulster today, of course, is that Kiss is parting company with Ulster. We'll get into that with Alan Quinlan in a few moments. Just to round up the sports pages in the UK, the Daily Telegraph is going with gone in 10.5 seconds. Ericsson scores third fastest goal in Premier League history, while Fellaini is subbed off 8 minutes after coming on. And on the back of The Guardian this morning, it's also Christian Eriksen. Fast show. United floored by Eriksen's goal after 11 seconds. They also mention the humbling that Chelsea received at home against Bournemouth last night.
Hey, hope you enjoyed that latest offering from Off the Ball. If you want to subscribe, and you should, check out just up here. All our latest stuff is just down here. Generally, knock yourself out.